Hi. So I wasn't going to talk, but my sister got on, and I was like, let's invite her to a party uh, cause I woke up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, but I was like trying to go back to sleep, and I think part of it was I needed to go upstairs. Um, but anyway, the cats ended up having a fight again. Because when Bobby first got here, she didn't like the boys at all whatsoever. And so now Sam thinks that she belongs up the cat tree. Um, it seriously reminds me of when, uh, white people thought that black people needed their own neighborhoods, and not interspersed. And I don't like that idea. I like the idea of people with people, you know? I mean, we got Hispanic people as our neighbors, and we're not bugged by it. Um, I don't know if we have, I just thought of that. I don't know if we have any black people um, at all, but I don't even know if that's like, the PC term, but, you know, whatever. Um, I mean, if you are bothered by it, please let me know what you would like to be known as. I'm not trying to upset anybody. It's just, when I was growing up, that's what they were known as. So, and I'm not saying that like, they're a different class of person or something like that. I'm just saying that, as a group, that is what they wanted to be known as. But now, I mean, we went through that whole thing of African Americans, but technically, are they? And what if you're one of those British people who's like born and raised in, like, the a British area? Uh, I was thinking London specifically, but but I'm sure there are other places in Britain. Just London's the first one that comes to my mind. Um, you know, I don't know. Like, it, is it Edinburgh or Edinburgh? Either way, one of those two. The one that's in Braveheart. I think that still exists. Pretty sure. But, every time Sam does that to Bobby, I feel like she's, I mean, I feel like he's being mean to her, like back when they had to have separate bathrooms and like I said, separate neighborhoods, and like way back when they were brought over in crates like there were cows or something, or chickens, um I suddenly realized that you could not fit a cow into a crate, but you can fit a chicken into a crate. So yeah, my analogy made no sense, but yeah, they were like brought over as slaves, and I don't like that. I like okay, so I like the idea of I don't remember which James Bond it was, but that's when I realized that black people could also be like from a British country because there's a guy with a British accent and he's definitely a black guy. I didn't realize that. I thought maybe they were all either from America or from Africa. I mean, although there's some in Australia too. So my thinking was obviously flawed, but I don't know if I knew that at the time. I will use that defense. I don't know if I knew that at the time. But I've been watching the movie Quigley Down Under that definitely has Aborigines in it. Since the 90s, like probably since it came out. So, or at least since it came out on video. So I probably just wasn't thinking. I don't always think about stuff, you know. So anyway, I'm a little off today, so I'm only gonna be streaming for about uh 19 more minutes. I'm gonna stop at 10. I've been streaming since like 6 o'clock in the morning, so it's not gonna throw off my numbers at all whatsoever. It might get me some it might get me some more viewers. Oh, and I wanted to give a shout out to, oh my goodness, 2 hours ago. Okay, cool. Okay, so again, um, okay, so somebody it's showing a bunch of what look like ghosts, and if they're not ghosts, then please set me straight nicely, cause I'm a good probably 2 or 3 feet away from my well, okay, so if you go and take a ruler, yeah, I'm probably about 2 feet away from my um monitor, and my eyes aren't the best. I probably need glasses. Um, I'm not gonna like wearing glasses. I like being able to, okay, I like being able to put them on so I can read, uh, and then take them back off again. But I'm gonna get used to it, I'm sure, because I like being able to see. Like, I've got this big fear that something is gonna get me in the dark just because I can't see it. And, I'm old enough not to have those kind of nightmares, but really, things that I have no control over have, like, like being able to see in the dark. Things I have no control over kind of bug me like that. Like, is there something in the dark? Well, normally, I think, normally if there's something making noise at night, I just assume it's a cat. Because we have 3 of them. And for some reason, they will sleep all day, but then when Mama's trying to sleep, it's time to walk around the house and go get a snack before bed, and time to drink water loudly. Yeah. Stuff like that. Anyway, so we're still trying to clear out some more of this mountain here because it's bugging me. I really want to get it to where we can start putting taking the roads and go. Come on. Dang, I didn't want to do it today. Anyway, I want to go and, take this road and go all the way over there. Stuff like that. But I definitely need to go. I had. So I have been having popcorn as a snack before breakfast because of the fact that it's a lot easier to grab than and it doesn't crunch so much. It's easier to grab than granola or my tortilla and lunch meat thing. It's actually not just tortilla and lunch meat. It's tortilla, um, bacon bits, and um, then a non-dairy cheese. It's non-dairy, but it's cheddar cheese, so it doesn't upset my tummy, which is really good. I love it, and I'm trying to convince this one YouTuber. He does videos about his family. You know, it's his wife, his son, and him. And you you might know who I'm talking about. His name's Sammy, and he goes, "Good morning, Snap family." You know, but he's a lot louder than I am. I'm trying not to be too loud because my husband is sleeping. It's his day off. It's Sunday. So I like sticking to my schedule on uh on this because then I can tell what day it is. Cause like oh, what was it? Okay, so like on Wednesdays, you know, that's Dreamlight Valley Day. Well, I've been doing Dreamlight Valley, you know, other days because of the star path, but normally it's done on Wednesdays. You know, because uh just the Dream Snap and the Dream Snap voting, and sometimes I need to get back to doing that actually, but sometimes I'll go on to one of the other worlds and collect the resources that I need to collect because I still need a ton of agave. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right, but that's the way I'm going to say it. Agave and bamboo and you know stuff like that. But then I also need to collect more of the resources from Storybook Vale. Like, well, I don't think I need ambrosia, but maybe I do. I have no idea. Um, but yeah, I need to collect more resources. But anyway, um, I need to get back into doing that because you know, like all of a sudden, uh, somebody will want a recipe and I won't have the ingredients, and it's not good. Um, but you know, like, uh, then Thursday has been mostly GTA because I got to a point with Forza that I really can't progress in the uh, game, and I'm not sure why. I need to go upstairs. I will be right back. Okay, I'm sorry. Hi, I'm back. Um, yeah, I'm stopping to have drink my Coca-Cola that I just brought out. Okay. Oh, what I was trying to say is earlier, um, so there's a person and it's got a bunch of ghosts, and then it says, um, then parentheses it says MU5, MU2. Maybe that's their name. I'm not sure, but it followed me 17 days ago. And then Salt Girl 12, who I thought, or is it 112? It might be 12. Anyway, I can't, again, I can't really read it. I totally need glasses, and we just haven't picked a doctor so that we can, found a doctor who does that. I really don't want to go to Reno. If we have to, we're going to have to, but, I really don't want to have to go to Reno because, my husband's work medical dictates that, We got some doctors here that I actually trust. Um, I'm not saying that you can't trust the ones in Reno. I'm really not, because, one of the radio DJs, I guess, used to wear glasses, and he got laser eye surgery, and he's happy now. But, but, I'm just like, I am very sensitive to who messes with my eyes, I basically went, okay, so if you've ever seen the movie Deck the Halls with, Matthew Broderick and Danny DeVito, if you've ever seen that, it's also got, I think I remember her from Sex and the City. It was a TV show on HBO, question mark? Might have been Showtime or one of the others, but anyway, like, um, Showtime, Cinemax, HBO, one of those three. It was on one of those. Um, anyway, and then it was on regular TV, but you didn't get to see. You didn't see the whole episode, if you get what I mean. But anyway, somebody's not happy. I don't know what just happened, but a little girl was just, well, I think it was a little girl, was just screaming. But that happens a lot around here. It sounds like, brothers are picking on her or something. Or like maybe they're playing tag and instead of tagging, he, slugged, punched her in the arm a little more than lightly. I don't know. That's something I've never had any of my characters do. Play tag. Well, one of my characters was supposed to be going out with a big group to play hide and seek. And I'll show you where they're supposed to be playing hide and seek in a minute. Well, it's not there yet, but I'll show you the spot that it's gonna be as soon as I put the land in. Okay, maybe we can go to 11. I just been okay, so I just been having a bad morning. Um, but the Coca-Cola seems to be making it feel better. You know how like you're upset and you need some comfort food, so you end up having like a piece of birthday cake, a piece of leftover birthday cake, or you make yourself scrambled eggs, or even though you're on a diet, you end up eating pancakes with lots and lots of syrup. So Coca-Cola is like that for me at the moment because even though it's freaking expensive, I mean, it's like the Coca-Cola company all of a sudden decided that their stuff's made out of gold. I mean, I remember when a can of Coke was 25 or 35 cents. Maybe it was both. Maybe it was 25 and then it was 35. Um, like you get a can of Coke out of the soda machine for a quarter. Or it might have been 35 cents because it was brand name, and then like the Shasta products were 25 cents, something like that. I can't remember, but anyway, they weren't very expensive, and I loved it. And a 2 liter, I mean, not a 2 liter, but well, yeah, a 2 liter was less than $1, and I think a 20 ounce was well, I know a 2 liter was less than $1, so well, okay, let's say the 2 liter was $1, and I think the 20 ounce was about the same price. It might have been less, but we'll say it was $1. And then now, like a 2 liter's almost $3, and a 20 ounce is almost $2, or is $2. It's ridiculous. The other day, my husband was still really not feeling good, so we literally we've got a not a survey thing. We've got a company that is like monitoring our phones, and whatever we do on our phones, they can see, unfortunately. But it is paying us some money. So I was I I was able to get enough money to get two of my books. Uh, well, I've already gotten two of my books, so I'm gonna get two more, so four of my books. And I've been able to help out with a little bit of groceries. So the other day we went and took the $18 that I was gonna have to spend on Amazon or something, and because that's where I'm getting my books from. Obviously, that's the only place you can get them right now. Uh, but I was able to go and take that money, and we went to the store. We put both of our money together, so I think we had like $36, something like that. And so we were able to take that money and put it together. And we were able to get like milk, but we also got no, I don't think we got milk. Maybe we did, but I don't think we did. I know we got okay, so I know um we got a 2 liter. I mean a 20 ounce. We got a 20 ounce of vanilla Coke for me, and we got two salads, and used to be $5 pizza, but thank God that it's gone down a little bit. It's like $4.35 or $4.65, something like that. Anyway, every little tiny bit helps. I'm not squawking about the price because it's less than $5, but the flavor of the pizza um, did not go with the vanilla Coke. It was so weird. Um, I thought vanilla Coke and pepperoni pizza mixed, but apparently they don't. Well, not for me. I'm not saying everybody has to stop having pepperoni pizza and vanilla Coke. I'm not ever gonna say that. So, today is the second to last day of June in 2025. And that means that 4th of July is literally just days away. And that's one of my very favoritist parts of the day, watching the fireworks. It would be watching the parade, but and I'm going to go and try to find out if they're having a parade in New York City. Uh, it said the 4th of July fireworks were going to be on NBC. So since we're not in New York, we're in Nevada, we should be able to watch those first and then watch our own, in theory. But our NBC is a little different. It doesn't necessarily play all the stuff that's on NBC. It does play the Thanksgiving Day Parade, thank God. We got to see that this year. I was so happy. I was so happy. Um, I still got the parade from 2 years ago. We got a download of it. The Thanksgiving Day Parade, if I didn't say that. Um, Hold on, sister. Awesome. I did the same thing I did. Pretty much. So I just picked it. Okay, so um so oh well, I was talking about the Thanksgiving Day Parade. So I'll do that first, and then I'll try to remember to talk about the thing I was just laughing about. Okay, so during COVID, I was so afraid that they weren't gonna have the the Thanksgiving Day Parade, and they did, but we didn't. We couldn't find that channel, so my husband found it, a couple of days later. So, or or was it the next day? I think it was the next. Yeah, it was the next day or the day after that. But anyway, I got to watch it, so I was really happy. And so, um, last year, 2024, we actually found it on the actual TV. So I got to watch it. Uh, I realize it's recorded by the time we get to see it, but I got to watch it live. While it was actually playing, and it was really awesome. That's childhood memories right there. I have to watch the Thanksgiving Day Parade every year. Um, and I will be very happy to go out on the 4th of July because uh, I realized I've been a little cranky. Actually, I've probably been a lot cranky. Um, and I don't think that's just because I'm a girl. Um, but yeah, I realized when we lived in South Lake Tahoe that if I don't see the moon every once in a while, that I'm going to be cranky. Don't have any idea what one has to do with the other, but it's like one of those things I don't need to know. I just need to go out and see the moon. I think that's from childhood too. Like my dad always pointed out the moon when we went out after dark. You know, basically dad made it special for me. So my thing about 4th of July though is that we are going to go over and visit one of my other worlds before I get off of here today. That has my 4th of July display in it, and we will set off fireworks. And I never did fix it, so some of it's a little bit broken, but trying to make money and trying to get money made in the house is very important to me. So getting my book edited is a little more important than a fireworks display that mostly works. Although I came up with that because, for one, I know of a person who should not be looking up that much. Or at least at one point in time, she was not supposed to be looking up too much. And that's where fireworks are, up. Um, but then also, I was thinking that, little kids nowadays anyway, like to watch YouTube videos, and maybe they would like to watch my video of my fireworks before the actual fireworks uh, get shown in the town that they're at. So, yeah, I've got a whole bunch of I've got a whole bunch of uh, videos coming out for 4th of July. You may have seen some of them, where I was working on it last year. I might have been working on it this year too. A little bit. Like back in January. I think I finally got everybody together, got my video made, and called it mostly good in April this year. So, might have even been March. I don't know. But whenever it was, that's when I got done. Oh, excuse me. Well done enough. See, okay, so I really do not recommend drinking soda while you're trying to stream because you will inevitably end up having to burp. I mean, I say excuse me every single time, and then I feel bad because I had to do that while I was streaming. Because some people are like, ew, that's a rude noise. So, it doesn't work to try to keep everybody happy, but I am happy. Oh, okay, um, so somebody named Unknown User, and I don't know if that one actually got counted correctly or not, anyway, followed me 17 days ago. And then the one with the ghost, and it says Moo 5, Moo 2, in parentheses, followed me 17 days ago. And then Salt Girl 12, who I thought already followed me 15 days ago. And then Above All _truth followed me 14 days ago. Shammy _ Pell 35. I don't know, now that I'm looking at that, it looks like dot 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 instead of the underscore, but it probably is an underscore. Um, like I said, I need some kind of glasses. Especially if they will make me be able to read in distance. Because I love my glasses for up close, but they won't work. I got readers. Um, they won't work for distance. It just makes everything blurry. But then if you're too close to it, it kind of makes everything blurry. So I'm confused about that one. But um, well, like I was trying to get closer to my monitor and see if maybe I could use it, but I wasn't close enough to the monitor. And if I would have gotten close enough to the monitor, I probably would have gotten overheated and all kinds of bad stuff. But um, anyway, so and then Zoe Martin 321 followed me 2 days ago, and Mrs. Penguin 2025 followed me yesterday, and I was very grateful because I think she was number 100. Um, well, apparently she was Miss 101, and Zoe was, because it says I've got 103. So, then Olivia underscore Ward underscore 583 followed me yesterday, and then, um, I didn't even notice they were on here, but Ronnie Rampone? Ramponi? I'm not sure how to say that. 8 followed me 2 hours ago, and I'm so sorry if I said your name wrong. Your last name wrong. Um, I am. Okay, so if it's not a name I know how to read, um, I can read a whole bunch of different names. I've got tons of names in my book, obviously. But I've got like Morgan and Hayden and Jake, Michelle, Sierra, um, Sierra, Stace. I think it was Sierra, Stacy, and Serena. It, I've got a lot of different names in my book. Got a ton of girls' names. I've got a handful of of guys' names, male names. Um, and I think it's interesting because I go and find names like Julian and uh Julian's not the name that I was thinking of though. But we'll just go with it. Like I'll find a name Julian and I know it as a boy name. And then, you know, the the names in the like I'll go and put like British baby names. And it'll have Julian in the girls as well as the boys. And it's like, okay. But like I said, I don't think Julian was the one that I was thinking of. But apparently, Ashley, I think it was Ashley, was a boy name in Little Women, and it's a girl name when it's Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. Or I think Ashley Tisdale. I may be putting two names together that have nothing to do with each other. Um. Anyway, they're from Disney. That Ashley. But yeah, so okay, so I saw the name Mary Kate Ashley Olsen, and remember in the first season they didn't separate them, it didn't say and. It just said Mary Kate Ashley Olsen. And, so like for Full House, I've been, looking at that and I'm like, that's what I'm naming my daughter. Her name's going to be Ashley. There's not too many Ashleys in the world. Yeah. Isn't it funny that like 16,000 other moms were like, yeah, I'm going to name my daughter Ashley. It was kind of funny though, because one year in school, I don't remember if it was kindergarten or first grade, but one of the years in my daughter's school career, she was the only blonde in the classroom. Everybody else had dark hair. Okay. Yeah, okay, so let's finish this and then we will go and look at fireworks. Fireworks takes a long time, but we're gonna do it anyway. Um, and if we have any time left, which I doubt we will, but if we have any time left, we'll go over onto the other file and just take a minecart around because I want to see what Vibrant Visuals does to that. Because okay, I know never assume, but I'm assuming that it would make it really, really pretty. And I'm hoping I'm right. There's a big old thing of water on that world. Like this one. Um, so I went and picked this area. I realized the savanna biome isn't exactly what I was looking for. Especially for Ireland, because Ireland wouldn't be a yellow kind of grass, it would be a green kind of grass. But I was like just going around trying to find a spot where there was actually uh water, and that was the first water I found, and then I found out that there goes that kid yelling again. Um I don't think it was the same kid, but anyway, then I found out that there was land in the distance way too close. Not a good idea, but I'm making it work. If I have to, I'll go and take that land out. No big deal. I'm taking this land out. Occasionally my I was gonna say the wrong word. Occasionally my son comes in and helps me take stuff out, and that helps a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna stop. No, I'm gonna stop right here because we gotta put in some more of those. Did we put in the? Yes, we put in the. Good. Okay. So yeah, we'll just stop right here. How come every time I come on here, it seems to be dark? I mean, I understand why before, because that's what I had it on, was dark. Oh, it's sunrise. Okay. So, dang. That looks so cool. I'm gonna have to show that to my husband. Wow. That looks so cool. I don't know, like the mom in me wants me to go and check on that, make sure everybody's okay. And then the I don't have kids actually living in the house part of me is saying they're not my kids. I know that sounds horrible, but okay. So, yeah, we're gonna get in that cart right there. Because when we come back, we can reach that lever and it'll be really cool. Let me make sure it'll be really cool. Yeah, it'll be really cool. Okay. So this is our 4th of July. Excuse me again. So this is a rainbow raceway. That's why there's rainbows on each side instead of red, white, and blue, red, white, and blue, red, white, and blue. Well, let's go. Now, I did a lot of this on my own. And not all of it's wired quite right, but it'll do. I probably should have turned it to dark, but they don't have it always night, they just have it always day. See, because the middle side is supposed to be going off too. Anyway, so I did a lot of this by myself. I did have a little bit of help. I think Squibs helped. And my sister, and she mostly helped because she was helping me find spots that were broken. And my husband and our friend Sidran. And I think Sidran's son Lunkers at least watched it. Oh, okay. We'll be shooting off this way now. So it's pretty cool because we go from ice to green. See, that one's broken. That one's obviously broken. There's a few of them that are broken, apparently. So that one went off, but it didn't shoot anything out. Well, they may be empty, but I don't see why they would be, because none of the other ones were. Maybe they didn't get filled yet. I don't know. And those are supposed to go off, but I don't think I have them set up right. That one's gonna go off. But the problem is that when you have so many go off at the same time, it kind of messes with it kind of messes with the system, like with the Xbox. Lags it. That's what I was thinking. It lags it. So I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do for next year's fireworks. Usually I use the one from before and just, make it even better. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Oh, I was thinking about... I was thinking about just deleting this world, but I can't do that because France is over there, and I need France. It's a fictional France, and I'm using a real city, but as fiction, not as real life. And actually, if I could spell, I really like the name of that town though, but if I could if I could figure out how to spell town in French, I could probably use that and it would be even better. Well, actually, I kind of got an idea of what we could do. I want to make a Thanksgiving Day parade. But it would be like a fictional kind of... Because I don't have I don't have a map of New York. And... Apparently we're going over here then. Anyway, I don't have a map of New York, and I definitely don't have a map of... And it's not here, is it? Really? It's not here either. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I know, you're probably thinking I'm crazy right now. We will put this away. Anyway, you're probably thinking I'm crazy right now. The way that I had that, but... Okay. Now, let's try this again. Apparently we needed to go down this one. Nope, that's not working at all now. Well, that was... See, it's supposed to be showing all of them. Well, I guess I got my work cut out for me. That one didn't work. See, we gotta go and figure out, and only one of those shut off. Well, every fireworks display has problems. Well, okay, the one in South Lake Tahoe does not seem to have problems. I totally recommend that one. It's cool. They have, like, fireworks that make dice shapes and smiley faces. Only problem that you might have is that, if you say, I want to say it's Reagan Beach, don't quote me on that. Or the beach down the street from it. Anyway, there's two beaches on, Lakeview Drive. And if you sit at either one of those, you might find locals that brought their dog. And then somebody's gonna be, having an argument. See, it's lagging. Anyway. Might be somebody who has an argument because you're not supposed to have the dog at the park. There's no dog park up there, but that's what they could do with the where the carnival used to be. There used to be what we called a baby carnival, but it was there permanently. And you bought tickets, and you could go on the rides. I was really proud of my daughter because I wouldn't go up there. It scared the heck out of me because the way to get up to the top of the super slide looked really old and rickety. This is a mini grand finale. Oh, and that's a treehouse. There's a lot of odd things in this world. And I think most of this is broken. See, the idea was to have 3 rows. So it was like the I want to say that's Wayne Enterprises, but I can't remember. That's just in here because I like Batman and TSMC happened to build it. Remember, it's TSMC-Minecraft. If you're struggling to make your buildings look realistic and not just a square building, he's your guy. I kept on having just square buildings, and then he came up with stuff like that, and it looks better. On the left there is random stuff that I found, you know, like I found random stuff that I found to build. So, like, if you don't have an add-on, that's how you build chairs and tables and stuff. On the left there is a castle that me and my sister were trying to build. I started out building the castle and then she helped me get it, you know, to the right. I wanted to make the wall 500 by 500 all around, and it worked out pretty good. Uh-oh. Why is this slowing down? Okay, I'm just saying it didn't do this before. Okay, so then over here, you end up having to hop out because we were supposed to have it here and wired it to the wrong one, but yeah, it's being laggy right now. I'm glad I did it when I did. I don't know why that one's still lit up, but oh my goodness. The cart is making the walking noise. I am not walking. So I got to a point where I was just like putting in whatever color. Come on. I don't know. I think I started doing this in 22 or 23. And 2022 or 2023. And you know, I've been doing this ever since. And like I said earlier in the video, you know, I think for the young kids that can look up, you know, it's probably just a way to keep them quiet until the actual fireworks show up. unless you want them to run around. Um, but for the older people, you can look up YouTube on your TV and be able to watch fireworks from home. And I posted the 2024 4th of July fireworks on my YouTube page. So if you want to look up that, you can see last year's fireworks. It was kind of scary because my husband parked on a... He didn't mean to, but he kind of parked on a cliff. And then it was, he had to help me into the back of the truck. And then he had to help me down again. Yeah, it was... Yeah, I'm short, and the truck isn't that tall, but it was too tall for that spot that he parked in. So hopefully he can park in a better spot this time. Hopefully okay, seriously, hopefully the park will be the place to have the fireworks again this year. If not, the golf course was a good place to have it. Okay, again, never assume, but I assume that, the people that actually have a golf course, golf course membership, had an even better view than us, but it was nice. And we didn't have to worry about the fireworks falling on our head. We've had that happen before because Suisun, California, my grandparents lived right across the water from where they shot off the fireworks. So it was a small, they called it a slough. So it's too big to be a pond, but too small to be a lake, so they call it a slough. And it didn't really flow either, so it can't be like a river or a creek, Anyway, so we would go over to the park, at the park was on the corner, near my grandparents' apartment, and see, it says 4th of July. And I think the sign back there said happy. I wanna fix that kind of stuff though. Oh, and then can we reach that? No. There. Then we got another small one. Another grand finale. And then... Oh yeah, I left myself a note that is done beyond this point. Yeah, I don't know how I did that, because I wired everything the exact same way. It was supposed to be, it didn't matter which one you went down, you got a good show all around. And nothing was messed up. But it didn't work out that way. So I will fix it for next year, for 2026, but I still think it's a good fireworks display. Although this year we got we got me and my husband and Sid and whoever else was on complaining that everything didn't work, but okay. And then when there's lag, it doesn't work so well. So there's your early preview of what you'll see on 4th of July. We only have one little corner of France, in case you're wondering, had I put the whole entire in there. I didn't. Okay. So this house typically has 3 billion pandas in it, and they didn't. Oh, look. See, it's flowing down. That looks nice. No, this house. This house. I mean, it's the same house, but it's this house that has like 3 billion pandas. I feel so bad for them. I had to put up barrier blocks, make sure that they... What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, I don't want you walking around. Oh, okay. And barrier blocks. Okay. Barrier blocks are awesome. And then there's Super Mario Brothers, although I always feel claustrophobic in there because I used a lot of barrier blocks. My castle. It literally goes about 500 that way, 500 that way, and then it goes 500 that way, that way, that way, and we're starting to build my house. My my mansion. We're starting to build that here. Oh, we better go on the other one quick because we got 8 minutes. And I'm hungry, so I'm definitely stopping. Ah, look. Doesn't that look nice? It would look even better if it was green because it's supposed to be a moat. But that looks nice. Okay. And then, like I said, okay, anything like this, that's just, I found a bunch of build hack videos, and so, see, I've got that. I've got that, but I've got, I don't know if I have it on this one. Do I? No, I don't. Okay. I'll show you in a different one. But yeah, I've got that. Okay, so if you go this way, yeah, you go by Wayne Enterprises, which I made this taller. His was a lot shorter, but I made this taller and I think it looks great. It's supposed to be a tall building, not a short building, so stopping for Coca-Cola, and as long as I don't lose that hill over there, I should be able to find France, no problem. So I typically call whatever place that I'm using fictional France or fictional Ireland because it's not the real Ireland. But that's not the exact reason. It's because the exact Oh, I should change this to say Happy 4th of July, because last time we changed it, it was Happy Valentine's Day and Happy New Year. Okay. Anyway, so okay. We park the Rolling Sea ship right here, and there's typically enough room here somewhere where we can park the Stormy Winter. I came up with Stormy Winter because the Bangles, one of my favorite bands, has a song, Hazy Shade of Winter. And I'm like, okay, how can I adapt that? Because Hazy Winter doesn't sound good. Uh, but then I was like, Stormy. Yeah, that sounds bad guy-ish. So it became the Stormy Winter. Not the best name in the world, but not the worst. So anyway, still, I'm still feeling the effects of I woke up too early. Um, I may have explained this, but I woke up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. Did not want to go upstairs. I didn't think I needed to go up. Excuse me. I did not think I needed to go upstairs at the time. Anyway, and then there's this lovely beach, which obviously isn't finished. But anyway, this is Shatanas. We do not talk about Shatanas on Minecraft streams. We can talk about Shatanas on GTA streams, so if you would like me to talk about Shatanas, I can explain it there. But that will probably be labeled as an 18 and over stream. There's our back door. We only have a back door because at one point in the storyline, Jesse goes and drives through here. They're being chased by a limo of bad guys. Drives through here, drives out this way, and goes the other way, actually. I think he goes the other way, but he probably comes back out over here and ends up driving that way. Now, for seriously, not just in Minecraft, it goes to nice open road. See, I could be like right here and I'd be like, where am I? And I'm not going to think to back up and, look the other way. I've gotten lost in my own world before. It was not fun. I actually had to have my husband log on and teleport me back to where he was because he happened to be at the fancy restaurant. And I was like, yeah. And then I put coordinates on ever since. And I love the thing that says how long I've been in this world. 507 days. Wow. It's not a survival world though. So saying 507 days is probably very, very little comparatively. Anyway, um oh, it's a shadow. Okay, I thought it was a hole in the ground. Anyway, I used to make my lights like this. They used to be nice and very, very bright, and now they're kind of not because they like nerfed the thing. But yeah, so we got a few businesses around here. Um, oops, including the deli and the whatever this is and the whatever that is. I don't know what this is. Oh, that might be the. No, it can't be. was gonna say it might be uh the shop that made bows and arrows way back when, but it can't be. That would be down there. Huh. I don't know then. Hmm. Good question. Anyway, then this is Claudia's house. That's why it's got lights on and nothing else does. Actually, I think that's just laziness, but yeah, this is Claudia's house. And Sean, when he's held by the bad guys and has to hack for them, uh oh, well, we don't know where the entrance to this area is right now because we haven't built the building yet. I thought I had started. Oh, well, whatever. Anyway, wherever the building is here is the entrance. Anyway, he's here and they're going to walk him in. Well, he happens to notice that he's pretty close to Claudia's house, so if he can escape, that'd be great. But then he keeps coming up with the idea, pretend this is a hallway. Um, and that, uh, okay, so we'll put that up. Um, so pretend this is the hallway, and his room is over here, but it would be like here. Anyway, he keeps coming up with the idea that by the time he got here, he'd be shot. So, and they're not necessarily going to be aiming for, you know, parts where you're not going to die. In another one, in another book, I think it's this apartment here, except for the second floor. Oh, these are all one story. Okay. Anyway, up here, I mean, yeah, up here is Hayden and Jake's apartment with Craig, uh, Craig, Jason, Josh, and Peter. I think it is. Yeah, Craig, Jason, Josh, and Peter. I just got a mental image of Jason flirting with the secretary at the mill. There's supposed to be, speaking of that, a mill over here somewhere, like, beyond this. It's, over there somewhere. And so, anyway, um, Jake didn't know it, but he's a daddy. So he's babysitting the kids the night that Shatana's is having their party. Not babysitting, but he's taking care of the kids while Shatana's is having their party. And then um he's supposed to go over to Shatana's to hang out with Michelle while the kids sleep. And yeah, so he does, but it's dark like it is right now. So then he ends up going over there and he's like hyper aware because he doesn't want anybody stealing the kids. He doesn't know if there's bad guys. So anyway, we're gonna go back over to the. Oh, isn't that cool? Look, it's reflecting. Oh, I love that. It's reflecting. That's so cool. You can't read it, but I mean, you can't read the reflection, but it's still really, really cool. Okay. Um. No, it's not that one. It's not that one. Okay. Oh, it's this one. So, I don't remember where this goes. It's dark in this world too? This is definitely gonna make... Ooh, we should go in Disneyland. See how that looks. Although Disneyland, I think, is a super flat world. I don't remember. So that's water, but you can't really tell. This is dark. Oh, that time you could kind of tell. Okay, so I just really didn't feel like going and doing this, and then, you know, the Coca-Cola made it, made it feel better. Okay, so in this one, I do have the thing I was trying to show you. So when we get where we're not necessarily going, I think we are going, we are going there, but, when we get there, I can show you what I was talking about. So, I'm gonna... I don't know. I think I'm gonna see if maybe... we can make me the non-wheat pancakes. They're supposed to be... they're supposed to be made, like, with almond flour or something like that, I think. And, you know, no wheat involved. Now, if it upsets my stomach and I make it correctly this time, because last time I put in way too much oil or something like that. You know, if I make them correctly this time, I'm gonna, and it still upsets my tummy, then I'm gonna squawk at them. Although, I guess, right now wouldn't be a good time to make those. Oh, I still have to find another kitty cat in my, world. Because I didn't mean to, but I killed Bobby. I was trying to get her out of the cart, and, I was trying to get Minecraft Bobby out of the cart, and I killed Minecraft Barbie. I mean, Minecraft Bobby, not Bobby Bobby. But I was trying to get her out of the cart and I missed. See, this one's still got spiders and creepers. And it would not let me change the name of my world. So it's literally named My World. And it's like, okay. If I'm not going to be able to change the name of New Worlds, then what is the point of making one? But I was able to make this one, the one that I've been showing. I've been able to rename that one, so I don't know. Oh look! We're taking the Iron Golem for a ride. And he went and, excuse you, spider. Oh, ain't that pretty? Doesn't that look neat and creepy all at the same time? It looked cooler at night, though. So where are we going? Is a good question. Where are we going? That doesn't mean anything. Husband said that only I know because I built it. That doesn't mean anything. Sorry. It won't let me take it out either. I was trying not... Okay, so I was trying not to take anything out. Just like, you know, one or two things to make the track work. I know where it's... Okay, so I know where it's supposed to end up. And we should be there soon-ish. So... So, in Dreamlight Valley, none of the characters that should be sitting together sit together. You know, like, Belle is typically sitting with someone else. Ariel does not eat in the restaurant. You know, like Belle will not be sitting with Beast. And Ariel will not be sitting in the restaurant. So my sister sent me a picture of of Belle and Eric sitting at the table together. Um, like Eric will be sitting with a girl every single time. I don't think he ever sits with any of the guys. But never his girl. I think if she's not set up to be a... Okay, let's see if we can do this. No. Dude, I'm trying to let you out. Oh, man. Well, here. Go for a ride. I don't know how to fix him. So I was starting to build my mansion. Yeah, I was trying to build my mansion as a... Oh, it's like a coral thing, I guess. Looks cool. Anyway, and like this whole entire wall has not been done yet. Do I even have the... Do I not have it? And I couldn't get it. I would like have to go on... Yeah, I don't have it. The barrier block. I just don't have it. Wow. Okay. Oh, yeah. See. Over here. Okay, so what I was trying to show you is, and we're going to end this with a trip to Disneyland and Disney World. Don't get all excited. I didn't go to Anaheim or Orlando. I've got Minecraft files. Okay, so what I was trying to show you, I really wish I could see. I've got this. It includes a bathtub, computers, wanted posters, everything that you might need in your Minecraft. Okay, so we are going to go to Disneyland first. Yeah. Right here. I don't think it's going to change much or at all, but I mean, like there's going to be, oh, wait a minute. There's obviously going to be shadows, if it is... Yeah, I don't like that. I wish I could figure out how I did it the first time. Okay, so it's daylight outside. Anyway, there's going to be shadows. So it looks like the sun's going down. I don't know. The sun's just kind of like sitting there. It doesn't usually do this. Yeah, there's the moon. Okay. Well, this looks really nice. This looks nice. Okay. So, there's not much in Disneyland, actually, but... Okay, we're pretending that this is a turnstile. Hi, I've gotten a lifetime pass, so... I'm just gonna go in. See ya. Thank you. Like I said, that's the train station. I don't like how it was built. It does not look good. I don't really like my, oh, that's why. Isn't it? Oh, I did do that. Well, it looks horrible. I don't really like my, engine either. But I do have teddy bears! And, okay, so one of the things I have is a bookshelf with plushies on it. So I figured this is Duffy and Friends. I don't know which one's which, but those are Duffy and Friends. Well, that one's probably Duffy because it's, Duffy color. I still don't know what that is. I think that's like an original ticket booth. But that's Town Hall, and that's Lost Parents, and train station, like I said. Where's the entrance? Oh, see, this is the light from my add-on. I kinda like that. Just kinda. Then you take this long way over here. There's enough room for a bunch of people. I don't know how this actually gets done. I haven't been there in almost 25 years. Be 25 years in August. But this is my engine. It's a little too square. So, that's what I don't like about it, is it's a little too square. That's coal. Or at least, well, yeah, it is coal. And then over here, oh, we don't have the woo, but, we'll figure it out. We can at least put a chain there. And this is where you sit. And this looks a lot better than what I used to have. Because what I used to have had your feet literally right here. And that was not okay. Anyway, so now you can sit there and go around and see the dinosaurs and all that fun stuff. In here somewhere, like right here, actually, was a stamp machine. A machine where you get stamps. For letters. In the mail. Or for the mail. The dinosaurs are not here. Oh. Okay, anyway. This is my rebuild of my rebuild. And, ooh, we can't go that way. This, I don't know how it goes. The only information I have is what you can see on Disneyland Adventures or, people's videos, so it wasn't, like, conclusive evidence or anything. That looks bad. That used to look really nice, and now it looks really bad. Well, at least you can't walk in it. Okay, I don't like that. Anyway, then we have these benches. You can actually sit on them. This is part of my add-on. And those are part of my add-on. Because I remember there being like a planter thing and thinking that there ought to be something to sit on in there. And there wasn't. Or, no, there was like a wraparound couch thing, but that was it. I still have not put in the actual roof. This is Abraham Lincoln with his Abraham Lincoln hat. I know, he kind of looks like Russian with a Russian hat, but I don't know, maybe he had Russian in the genes. We don't know. We never asked, you know? So we do not have 50 stars uh on that flag up there. How many stars do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we have 20. That's all I could put up there. I later figured out that I could put buttons and that would work better as stars, so I might go and fix that at some point in time. Did we shut the door over here? Oh, good. Okay. So my husband's streaming too now. Okay, I don't know what that building is. Haven't been to Disneyland in 25 years. Like I said, nobody has showed me what's in that building. Back there, I think that's where the floats go after they're done being in the parade. But I'm not sure. This looked kind of like a beach house, and I have no idea what it is either. Have no idea what that is. That used to be a place where you could get Mickey Mouse shaped waffles. And it was a small little restaurant. And I don't know what it is now. This is the Emporium. That's that big store on Main Street, and it's got tons of plushies. Or, excuse me. Let me back that up. Had a ton of plushies. Back there somewhere, it had clothes on the wall. It actually wasn't this shape. It was more of a bigger shape. But anyway, so this one's got plushies. Like I said, it's got the Duffy and Friends. It's got... Where's the light coming from? Oh, okay. Just wondering. Anyway, so it's got, like, you know, the Duffy and Friends back here. I think having Duffy and Friends would be pretty cool here in America. But they are a Tokyo Disney thing at the moment. And it's got books and photo frames. That could be a DVD or a VHS. Might be a book too. I have no idea. But anyway, it's got all that. And over here in the windows, it has teddy bears. Well, yeah, we don't have Duffy and Friends here in America, as far as I know, as far as I've been told by YouTubers. So this is more than likely Winnie the Pooh. We can pretend that one of them is Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Goofy, Donald, Daisy, etc. Yet the armor stand doesn't get affected. Okay. That's awesome. This is an armor stand, which is representing the Indian in front of that building. Native American Indian. I don't... Okay, so I don't know if he's the one that's holding his hand up like, how? Or is that just a guy on the horse for the rivers of America, but I know that he's there. This is a little movie theater. It typically shows little um, Disney shorts, so it would probably show the one where Donald's making pancakes and Chip and Dale get involved. So the one pancake, he accidentally put the equivalent of super glue in the mix. So I think it was the equivalent of super glue anyway. He was like making a recipe book and he's listening to the radio at the same time, and the lady goes, "Are you hungry?" And then she goes and starts giving him the recipe to make pancakes. Well, if he hadn't put super glue in there, it would have been perfect. But obviously he did, so it was like rubber super glue or something like that. So like he goes and takes this one pancake because Chip and Dale are bugging the heck out of him. All they wanted was a pancake. If he would have shared, it would have been fine. If he hadn't put the glue in there or the rubber or whatever it was, um if he hadn't done that and if he would have shared, it would have been fine. But it wouldn't have been a Donald Duck Chip and Dale episode without. But anyway, it might show that one. It might show the one where Mickey is he just got back from the zoo and he accidentally brought a seal home. It might show the one where Goofy's trying to give Dolores the elephant a bath, but she ends up giving him a bath instead. And he's singing da 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 Dolores. um, what else? Oh, it might show the one where they're ice skating. It might show the one where they're behind on the rent and Pete kicks him out. I was about to call him Bluto, but that is Popeye's bad guy, not Mickey Mouse's. I can't think of any of that. Oh, it might show the one Chip and Dale were. Well, Dale was reading a. I think they lived in the dump, at at, or at least they were hanging out in the dump, and Dale found a storybook and he was reading about dragons, and then all of a sudden the I think it was Donald was driving the, what do you call that thing, the one with the big jaws and they open up, and okay, he says it's an excavator. um he was picking up junk from one spot and putting it in another spot. Well, they saw it as a dragon. Oh, wait, what? Oh, he says it's specifically steam powered. Can I think of another short? see, the one that keeps popping into my head is not a short. Oh, yeah. Okay. That one's that the one that he was just talking about is called Not to Scale or something like that. Something about scale. Anyway, Donald's got a model railroad in his backyard, and he's got all the trees, model railroad size, perfect for his train, but he's able to ride the train. So it's like, but he's got like houses and trees and everything. And the one big tree that he couldn't take out, he's actually got as a train tunnel. Well, no, I thought it was the okay. Husband says later in the episode that's what happened at the end of the episode. Oh, okay. Okay, so there was a tree on Donald's property that he wanted to take down because it wasn't the right scale. It wasn't mile railroad scale. It was, you know, tree size. Well, that's where they had all their nuts. That's where Chippendale live. So, like I said, toward the end of the episode, or at the end of the episode, um, they, yeah, the train smashed through the tree and they made it a tunnel. But somewhere in there, one of the little houses, it had, food that they could eat. And so they went and moved in there. But Donald decided to mess with them, make them think that it was snowing outside and Africa hot and, all that stuff. He's so mean to them. Um, yeah, the one that keeps popping into my head. The one that keeps popping into my head is Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, the Three Musketeers. But that's a full length movie. Or they might show The Brave Little Tailor. Or Plane Crazy. I think that's actually one that they had in there. Um, Brave Little Tailor, he's, you know, he, like your clothes get old and need to be patched up. He's the one to take your clothes to. So, he knows how to sew and everything. So, the problem is that he is bugged by flies. This is supposed to be a flower planter thing or a fruit stand. Not sure which. Maybe it's both. um. Anyway, he has flies that hang around, and he goes around. He goes and takes his fly swatter, and he kills 7 flies in one blow. So he goes and says, "I killed 7 in one blow." Well, it got all the way to the king that he had killed a giant, 7 giants with one blow. And yeah, that's not exactly what you want to tell the king when you don't really mean it. So then he gets sent to kill the giant. What the heck happened? There's no lights in that room. Oh, okay. I see. Then more buildings that I have no idea what they are. They're mostly shops. There's a restaurant here, there. I don't remember. But yeah, we've got an add-on where we used these chairs. Why did I use Tough for that? Oh, I think I said I was going to go back and fix it later. Well, it's later. Not going to do that though. One time when I looked at the windows for that building, I don't know why they were red. Um, Weirdness. Why not? Laptop has no has no bearing on whether you. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna have to. And I will strive to be very, very good at. Okay. Okay, so I had to open up my. Uh. Yeah, because we gotta go to Disney World. It's fun. Oh, that's a clock. That's a clock. Yeah, that was as close as I could get to a clock. Okay, so we're gonna go back up to the front. See, doesn't it look nice? I said I streamed to 11 or noon. Officially. And I wasn't going to stream this long because I'm upset about the kitty cats. We're going to hop the fence. I just don't feel like being a normal person right now. Oh, and California Adventure. I thought that looked, or Disney California Adventure. DCA. So, yeah. It has not been built yet. It's got a fence just because I wanted to try to keep the animals out. Or in. Anyway, so we're going to park on top of the building here. And leave it at that. And then we're going to go to Disney World. I know, I haven't built anything on Disneyland. I decided that we were going to go to the Jungle Cruise. If I can find it. Irish Golden Hills. Okay. So, if anybody is actually watching my stream right now, wait a minute, let's make sure. Creator mode is on. Okay. So anyway, if anybody's watching my stream right now, here you leave today and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy. My husband, Darth Caesar 00, is also streaming at the moment. He is streaming Farm Sim 25. I am disappointed that they did not put the train on here. Anyway, he's streaming Farm Sim 25 right now. Since he is streaming, maybe we'll raid him. For, a few minutes. This is really cool because it's got stuff inside. They are crazy though because they got stuff way too close together. But they were able to mod it. I think they were playing on computer. They're able to mod it and see, there's people. Isn't that cool? There's people and they'll sell you stuff. I think that's neat. My character is walking around with a Winnie the Pooh at the moment. I would give them a shout out, but I can't remember what their names are. I mean, what their name is. Anyway, yeah, they got all of this. I would love to talk to the people at Mojang or, whoever I need to talk to about making my Disneyland a thing like this. This is so cool. Okay, it says Adventureland is back here. See, everything's a little too short. It's okay, but it's a little too short. So it's Family Robinson Treehouse. Oh, yeah, I want to point that out. That is awesome. See the wheel? They've got the water going up and they got empty ones going down. Let's see if we can find a way to get a little closer to that real quick. I don't want to actually go on here, I just want to show you. Yeah, right there. See, the full ones are going up, the empty ones are going down. That's so cool. I love it. That's Aladdin's magic carpets. And normally you would be able to go and get his autograph, but, you know, no, it's a postcard. In here. You'd be able to get his autograph right there. You know what? I'm hungry. Let's eat popcorn. Yeah, popcorn. Wait, what's this? Watermelon refresher. Okay. I can never remember how to get in here. Oh, there we go. Okay, that did not work. Oh, my controller batteries are low. Well, that's kind of good, because we'll get out on the ride, and then, that's when they'll die, and it'll be all good. Okay, so me and
Jungle Cruise will begin shortly.
Winnie the Pooh will go on this ride. I gotta grab my other controller, so I can change the batteries when when it does die.
Please slide all the way forward. We get paid for the amount of people we take out, not the number we bring back. And we're off. Like my sense of comedic timing. Welcome to the world-famous Jungle Cruise, everyone. My name is Clayton, and I'll be your skipper for as far as we get. We begin our adventure deep in the rainforest where it rains 365 days a year. You know, that's almost every day. The Amazon carries 4 times as much water as any other river. A lot of it comes from waterfalls like this one. If you all enjoy your Jungle Cruise today, we recommend renting a canoe for your own adventure. They won't rent to me anymore. Not since the incident. Oh, look! It's a giant python! Do you know how I could tell that's a python and not a boa? No feathers! We're now entering banana country, so keep your eyes peeled, because we might need to split. Now we're on the Nile River of Africa, the longest river in the world, winding across more than 4,000 miles. But don't worry, I know a shortcut. Up here on the left. I can't believe it. It looks like an African bull elephant. You could tell by its large sloping forehead, enormous ears, and huge tusks. This animal is extremely rare. We are very lucky to be able to see one. I guarantee that you are not going to see another one of these. Never mind. Here it is. The Great African Veldt, home to a huge array of wildlife. It looks like those lions are settling down to their favorite treat, zebra on the rocks. And as usual, they're sharing their dinner with pride. Oh boy! Right over here you'll see, absolutely nothing! You will not see a skipper and his crew being chased by a rhino. If nobody sees it, nobody has to do the paperwork. Over here is Ginger. Now, careful. Ginger snaps. She's one tough cookie. Behold, Schweitzer Falls, named after the famous explorer and founder of the Jungle Navigation Company, Dr. Albert Falls. We'll go over that later.
Albert Schweitzer. Hippos!
Oh no! Hey, I'm happy to announce that we are now offering half-off cruises to the Hippo Pool. Why, just last week, they sank 6 boats. But don't worry, folks, only 5 were mine. This one belonged to Skipper Felix. I wonder what happened to the front half of Felix's boat. Oh, just as I thought. Washed ashore only to be taken over by a family of chimpanzees. I hate it when I'm right. Looks like one of the chimps has taken the mic. Let's listen in. That's great. I'm going to have to remember that one. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The amazing, the colossal, the stupendous, the 8th wonder of the world, the backside of water. There's no telling what we'll find in here. So, you keep your eyes open. I'm going to keep mine closed.
Tiger. Big ol' snake. Two big ol' snakes, 2 more big ol' snakes. So 4 big ol' snakes. 2 monkeys, probably begging for food. Or busting up pottery.
Do we still have everybody? If you're not here, raise your hand. Hey, look what we found. The secret bathing pool of the Indian elephant. It's okay to stare. They have their trunks on. I think the big one has been in the shower too long. Look at all those wrinkles. Elephants are really mischievous creatures. Sometimes they like to spray our boats as we go by. Uh-oh. He's coming back up. Don't do it. Don't do it! Phew! That was close. Now what's a Jungle Cruise without a Jungle Cruise souvenir? Here we have the official gift shop. You may be asking yourself, why does it say lost and found? Well, I'll tell you. Lost are treasures left behind by the adventurers before you. Found are amazing deals at rock bottom prices. This has been the world-famous Jungle Cruise. I hope you enjoyed the trip today. If you did, my name is Clayton. If you didn't, my name is Felix.
So yeah, that's the only ride we're gonna ride today. But since it's almost 4th of July, if I can find the outdoor. Yeah, okay. Anyway, since it's almost 4th of July, I thought that it would be appropriate to go. Not there. I mean, we could go talk to Mickey, but the person we need to talk to is this guy
Fireworks
right here.
will begin shortly. All players not at an attraction will be teleported to Cinderella's castle. The fireworks show will begin very soon. Make sure you have a good view of Cinderella's castle.
Oh, wait a minute. So we have a small problem where I need to go upstairs and I need to adult a little bit today. I've got to finish that book. I'm almost done. I really am on editing it. Well, then I gotta edit the next one, um, but I'm like uh 50, 60 pages away, something like that. So I think I can do that today. I don't know. I get distracted so easily. Um, but there's a possibility I can do that today. So I'm gonna get us back over here. I just wanted to show you. Look, the Jungle Cruise! I was just gonna show you the first poster that I saw. It just happened to be the Jungle Cruise. Isn't that cool? You cannot actually go out, but like Disneyland Adventures, would just stand right here. So, please check out my books on Amazon. Just go on Amazon, type in the search engine Tina Rash Books, TINARASHBOOKS, and then hit search, and you should be able to find all 6 of my books, which are Pirate's Daughter, Misfortune, Hard Times, later in the series, Esperanza's Party, The Island, and the one that's not related at all, because those are all my pirate books so far, um, is Adopted Coral. The series is Adopted, and then the first book is Coral. There's going to be a follow-up to that one, because I've got too many great pictures of her to not make up another book, just for fun. Um, it's nothing really, you know, too hard for, nothing too hard for kids to read except for maybe medicine. I think medicine was in there, but there's no other way to say medicine without saying medicine. So I mean, there's antibiotics, but that would be even harder. So anyway, it's from Coral's point of view, so she's introducing you to her and the members of the family, and it's a cute little book. I'm gonna make that video one of these days when I'm actually reading the book, and I've got the camera, you know, my cell phone, recording me reading the book. I'm gonna do that one of these days. Hopefully before Christmas. Anyway, those are my books for now, and if you're watching me on YouTube right now, please like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and I've got a new subscriber over there on YouTube. They're called The Way It Was Domestically. They're my new subscribers for today. So I've got like 465 people over there. Like 466 now, I guess. I'm not sure, but I've got a lot of people over there, and it feels really good. Cause I just started posting these videos because I was like, my Disneyland videos are, better than that stuff. Cause they would show parts of it. They'd be in the line for a little bit, and then all of a sudden they'd be on the ride, but they'd skip over big parts of it or something like that. Or their camera didn't do so good, so it was like a big dark scene the whole entire time, and that wasn't the way it was on my videos. So I'm like, ooh, let's try that. So I posted my first video in 2016, and I've been doing it ever since. And I think that's pretty dang cool. I I'm kind of sorry that, that's the reason why I started it, is that, I thought my videos were better than other people's, but there's some videos that are out there now that are really better than mine. But but I do have a video that shows America Sings, and I've got two videos that show the Country Bear Jamboree. Uh, I've been told it's the Vacation Hoedown, specifically. Um, I think in both parks it's the Country Bear Jamboree, but then like in Disney World, it was the different version than what we had in Anaheim, and yeah. Anyway, not the point here. And if you're watching me on once again, trying to type and not have the thing on the. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, Junior 7060 says hello. I am being the moderator for my husband's stream because he can't watch his right now, and he wouldn't have been paying attention anyway, so I'm glad I caught it. Yeah, so I guess we'll end the stream here. Follow and chat if you are watching me on Twitch at any point in time, because I put out I stream every day. I was gonna say I put out videos every day. I put out videos every day too, but I stream every day, usually from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, or whatever they're calling it nowadays. And because I noticed that somebody put PSD, whatever that means. But I'm used to it being PST, so I don't know if there's a difference. Anyway, I stream from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. my time, and sometimes it goes over. Like right now, it's 11 minutes past noon, so yeah. Anyway, and oh, and I've got Discord, and what's my Discord name again? I keep forgetting, because I don't use Discord. Oh, so you can find me on Discord as Pirate Author. It's capital P, lowercase IRATE, capital A, lowercase UTHOR, and then 23. And I do actually, when the thing tells me that I've got friends on, I do actually answer those. It will not be instantaneously. Like, the computer will go and tell me, and then, people expect me to answer 2 seconds later. Well, I may be editing a book. I may be doing something on one of my video games. I don't know. But typically, I go and typically I stream from 8 to 11 a.m. and then I go and post them on YouTube. And usually, if it's like, if it's Sunday, it's Disneyland Adventures. Wednesday is Backgammon, Roblox, Zoo Tycoon. Oh, That's Tuesday. Okay, Monday is Minecraft. I skipped over Monday. Monday Minecraft, because I figured they both start with M. It made sense. And then Wednesday is Disneyland Adventures. Thursday is basically anything with the car or having to do with shooting. So like GTA and Forza Horizon 5. If my son ever suckers me back into it, some kind of Star Wars game. I'm not going there though. Or Fortnite. Oh, and Reels Heels says, "Hey." Says Reels. Reels. The mere fact that she couldn't figure that out bugs me. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm done yakking. I will see you in the next stream or video.